It's supposed to do auto live. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's try this again just to get a better. Hi everyone, Donna here. Sorry about the false start just a minute ago. I wanted to talk a little bit about bases. Actually, I wanted to ask how your Wednesday's going before I do anything. Okay. Hi everyone, happy Wednesday to you. I'm Donna. I want to talk to you a little bit about accounting and bookkeeping. I know it's a boring subject, but I'm trying to make this about as interesting as I can, which is sometimes about as interesting as watching paint dry, and I apologize for that. Not my choice. I would have it be a lot more fun than this. So today I want to talk a little bit about bases, the different bases that we use in accounting, what they are, what they mean, and why you need to know. I'm going to kind of start off by doing some housekeeping on my page really quick. I'm sorry about that. I can never get these going until the video is actually live, and so I'm kind of stuck trying to take care of this really quick while I'm doing the talking. So what is the basis and why is it important? Well, it actually is going to affect how you account for your money. Now, the day-to-day data entry part, not so much. So the main difference relies on where the expenses and revenue are recognized. So I kind of gave an example yesterday. I guess I'll use it again. If you, let's say you have, I don't know, a catering business. You have a catering business and you book a bunch of stuff in August and a few things in July. But your July stuff, well, actually it's the other way around. You actually do a whole bunch of stuff in July, but you don't bill them to August, or you don't receive the money till August, or maybe even September. But August and September maybe are slow months. So you have all this revenue that should be marked for July, so that as you look at your books, you can see trends and you know, how your business is doing. But the money doesn't come in until end of August, beginning of September. If you had 5 events in July, but you only had 1 in September and 2 in August, well, that's going to give you a poor picture of your business. And it's important when it comes down to, especially if you're trying to spot these trends. If you want to see where your good months are, and you do not have the kind of business that requires a cash basis, something that really is cash. A restaurant would be something that would almost inevitably be a cash basis because they're never going to send an invoice for a dinner. They might send an invoice for catering, but they're not going to send an invoice for, you know, dinner for 2. You're expected to pay at the time. So basically, it depends on when the money, when the money is accounted for, not necessarily when the money is received. For example, so the difference is, in a cash basis, revenue is counted when the money is received and put in your bank account. In accrual basis, revenue is counted when the money is invoiced for. And that's really what it comes down to. On the other side of that, expenses on a cash basis are reported when you pay out. In an accrual basis, expenses are recorded during the period when they occur. And that can be a little bit tricky. So let's say you get a phone bill for your business and it is due July 28th. That should be a July payment, but you don't pay it till August. In an accrual basis, you would enter it into accounts payable. You would enter it as a bill that is due July 28th, even though you may not pay it till August 15th. The reason you do that is to show that this is a July bill. Now, I know a lot of small businesses don't do that because their bills are so small. They know that they're going to pay $100 a month, for example, for the phone. They already know that, so they kind of plan for that. But let's say you have a month where you decide, well, I have had a good month. I'm going to pay the phone bill a little bit early. I'm going to pay it on August 1st. And then you get another bill and you pay it on August 28th. Well, it's counted for 2 months now. There's some ways that your accountant can go in and we can change the dates. We can make it look more like that invoice was paid every month. I don't really like doing that, but I can. But ideally, you would actually put it into accounts payable. Accrual is the one that has for payables and receivables. Now, you may be wondering, why do I even need to know this? You need to know which one gives you the best picture for your business. Cash is the simple one. Really, really simple. Money is counted as income when it hits your bank. Money is counted as expenses when it goes out, regardless. In accrual, however, money is counted as revenue when you earn it, which is often before you get paid. Again, going back to if you do work really hard in July, and I'm in Utah, July is kind of a big month for holidays with Independence Day and Pioneer Day. But you work really hard in July and you make a lot of money in July. You invoice a lot of money in July. But that money does not come into your business until August, September, October. In an accrual basis, that money is counted in July. Why is this important to you? Well, it gives you a better overall picture of your business. Why is that important to you? Because if you spot the trends, and I am huge about spotting trends, if you spot the trends early, you can start to see patterns. You can start to see that, for example, hey, July is my busiest month. And my next busiest month is November and December because of the holidays. So I need to be planning at the first half of the year for July, and after July I need to be planning for the end of the year. And I need to make sure that I have the people in place, or whatever it is that you need. So you need to be able to plan for that. If you're not prepared for those 2 months, 2 time periods to be extra busy, you might not be able to keep up with all of the work that you are contracted for. And the downside to that is that I believe in under-promising and over-delivering. So you don't want to over-promise and under-deliver. It doesn't work as well the other way around. The other reason is that, if let's say you look and you go, let's see, my biggest times is July and Christmas time, but I want to have more money all year long. I don't want it just in July and Christmas time. Well, now you know you don't need to do as much advertising leading into July and for Christmas, although you might, but you want to start really pushing the advertisement for the rest of the year. You can say, look, September is a huge slump, but we have Labor Day. Why am I not getting a hold of Labor Day? In October, I have Halloween. Why am I not doing anything for Halloween? So let's start pushing for those holidays and get the revenue for that. If you know what the trends in your businesses are, you can start to spot and see where you need to advertise more, where you need to do marketing, and you can see when you need more help and when you need less help, and it benefits you and it benefits your employees. So I think that's all I'm going to talk about with basis. There's not a whole lot to go into on that, except that accrual basis actually gives you a better picture of your business. Once you started using a basis, you really can't change it. You need to keep using that basis. I can produce reports for either basis at the push of a button, so it's not a big deal for me. But I do like to talk to my clients about which one they prefer to use and which one is going to work best for them. Again, I prefer Accrual. I'm going to sign off for right now, and I will talk to you soon. Y'all have a great evening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.